And scene! Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you are new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Thank you for wanting to click on this video because I want to share with you my May wrap up. 6 books this month. Usually for a month, the maximum that I can go is 4 books. I suspect I could finish 6 books because I've just completed my internship. So I have a lot more time, I guess. But yeah, most of the time, even when I have packed schedules, I can read up to 4 books. Unless if my mental state is not in its best condition, then I could only read up to 2 books. Yeah, but this time, it's 6. My goodness. So let's get into it, shall we? There are 3 books that came from a series actually, which is Hikayat Satria Sejati by Hilal Asyraf. I've read 3 and so far I am liking it. Seriously, I kid you not, when I first read the first book, buku yang pertama ni, dia memang kita campur sikit lah kan, bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris sikit. Sebab ni buku bahasa Melayu. Anyway, untuk buku yang pertama ni, bila Anis mula-mula baca, it really exceeded my expectations because there's a lot happening and it's very exciting because we have 6 main characters in here in this series and they're all very strong in their own ways and I really love it. This series have very empowering characters and they're all young. That's what I really love. This is a really great young adult novel series and I really highly recommend this series to everyone because it's very exciting. Personally, I love the first and the third book. The second is like in my opinion, but the ending was really impactful. I really would recommend this to everyone who loves to read young adults, fantasy. Definitely, it's very youth empowering. Yeah, there's a little bit of romance, Islamic romance, very cute, sweet, young adult kind. So it's like monkey love kind of thing, but in a very halal way. So don't worry, there's nothing nasty happening in this series. So I'm looking forward to reading the 4th, but right now I'm currently reading a little bit of reading update. I'm reading On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I bought this from Bookcurve, Shopee. So far I'm liking it. This is my 2nd book for the month, for June. This book is about a young black girl who's trying to make it in the rapping world. And I kid you not, I started to rap when I read some of the lyrics. By the way, this series has a lot of elements. Like, I kid you not, this is like, macam pelik juga. Like, this is really a risky venture by Hilal Asyraf sebab dia macam ada ambil kisah Nabi sikit, ada ambil kisah Fir'aun sikit, ada elemen fantasi. So macam, is it magic or is it science? Because magic is not good in Islamic context, right? But he nailed it. Like, it works. This is amazing, by the way. Yeah, I'm loving it. 4th book, which is Mornings in Janine by Susan Abul Hawa. Oh my god, I'm telling you, this is one of the most beautiful writing I have ever come across. Let me tell you, there's a little bit of backstory with this book. I've bought this book like around 10 years ago. Back then, I had a really bad English. So when I first read this, I couldn't understand. But now I'm 23, I read this back and it's very it's very poetic, it's very beautiful, it's so emotional. Like, oh my god, it has like one of the most beautiful writing and language I have ever come across. And it makes me fall in love with the story so much. It really clicks to me because this book is still very relevant today. It's a timeless kind of story, and I really appreciate Susan Abdul Hawwa for always bringing forward story of Palestinians, and this is one of those books. So many times my heart wrecked with what happened in this book, so be prepared to bawl your eyes out, most probably. Yeah, this is so underrated, I'm telling you. I bought this book for like 15 ringgit. For a gem like this, 15 ringgit. So if you can see, there are a lot of tabs in here. You know, I mark. These are all the marks of very impactful events happening in this book. It's also one of those fictional books that is just too real. Like, there is no way this book is fictional. The only fictional thing about this book is the names. That's it. Other than that, the events felt too real for me. But needless to say, I really thanked Susan for staying true, staying real and authentic about Palestinian voices, what's happening there. And she put it in here very beautifully. Definitely one of my top 5 of all times. Should I? I feel like, didn't I wrote like a note or something over here? And you know, one of the crazy things about this book is that literally there is a quote from a non-fictional book. Like, there's a quote from a real research, like a real study, like from a real book. I've never come across such writing in a fictional book, so that's kind of crazy. Maybe I can pull out this one. Their enslaved culture had given birth to rock and roll, I learned, a kidnapped race that came to define the entire culture with its music. I'm telling you, Susan Abdul Hawwa has like the best ways to describe things, and it's like the most perfect and most accurate way to describe the events and everything that is happening around us. Like, that is one of my favorite quote from this book. I think we can move on. The 5th book is from Robert Iger. I hope it's one of those names. So this is The Ride of a Lifetime. Lessons learned from 15 years as CEO of Walt Disney Company, Robert Iger. Okay, first of all, the reason why I was dying to buy this book, because I really wanted to enter his masterclass, but it's masterclass, so it's kind of expensive for me. But I got this book, so I'm happy enough already. If you are planning to buy this book, which I do recommend if you are like a huge fan of the entertainment industry like me, you're a huge fan of the movies, about what it feels like to work in the entertainment industry, go get this book, and I think you would appreciate it very much like I do. But one thing I feel that you have to be mindful of is that you have to open your mind to reading this book as a biography or as a memoir. It's not really like a typical leadership tips kind of book. It's not. These have some like raw and surprising details about his life, and I want to share with you one of my most surprising details when I read this book is that apparently Lilo and Stitch was a moderate success. That blew my mind. Like, Lilo and Stitch was the pinnacle, the definition of my childhood. So it's like, how on earth Lilo and Stitch was a moderate success? Everyone still talks about Lilo and Stitch, like, oh, Hannah means family. Okay, that was terrible, but you know what I mean? Okay, that was one of the most shocking things that I discovered through reading this. Read this, I kid you not, I didn't reach 100 pages, but I already like, my jaw is already on the floor. And I haven't reached 100 pages. Like, there were so many crazy things happening apparently during his reigning as the CEO of Disney. But of course, you know, I'm really passionate about his background and his work, because I really want to know how did he landed the Marvel deal. And there's a story about Marvel as well in this book, so that's why I was very excited and I was very pleased. Definitely, and all of these tabs represents all the shocking and surprising facts that I discovered while reading this. Definitely, this is one of my most favorite biography and memoir. So I really recommend for you guys to get this. Robert Iger, The Ride of a Lifetime. It definitely was. Next one, the 6th book. I didn't realize that I read 6 books. I thought it was only 5, and apparently, oh my god, it got down to 6. That was amazing. So the 6th book is A History of the World in 21 Women, and it is by Janine. There's nothing really crazy about this book because it's just a typical historical biographical book. It's a book explaining about the women in our world history back from, let me check. Yep, from 1500 BCE. I have collected a lot of books about women in history, and I really love reading about women because I really need to know, because you don't learn about these women in school. You don't get to learn about these women, so you have to buy these kind of books and learn about women in history. Let me share with you the story I want, my most favorite story, which is Artemisia Gentileschi. This is her. Her story is one of my most favorite one in this book because I think her story is one of the most inspiring and the most profound to me, in my opinion, where she really challenges the norm in the art industry, and I really love that. So yeah, the ones that I tags are also my favorite parts. I had a lot of notes inside here. Dun, dun. I love to jot down notes. Yeah, this is all the tags that I put up top of here as well, just to put the names like Marie Curie, Coco Chanel, the Pharaoh, Joan of Arc, and many more. So yeah, maybe I can make another video about my collection of books about women in history, because this is not the only one. I have like a few books as well. So there are like repetition of stories. For instance, there are repetition of stories of Coco Chanel. So maybe I can do that in another video. Women empowerment. There you have it, 6 books for May. That was amazing, like one of my best achievements. So I really hope that you guys enjoy watching this video. So tell me if you guys have read any of these books. Tell me kalau korang pun dah baca hikayat Satria-Satria Sejati, bagi tahu Anis juga. If you guys have read Robert Iger, please tell me, because this book is everywhere at the moment as well. So tell me what you guys think about this video. And in the meantime, if you guys are interested, maybe you guys can go check out my book talk account, and it is right beside here. I can put it. Go find me on TikTok. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye bye.